Hi. So I wanted to talk about what does it mean to me to be a leather daddy. I never thought I would live long enough to feel called into daddyhood, to be quite honest, yet here I am. Um, you might be able to say this is more like a daddy for daddy dynamic, but it's also not like that at all. I'm at the helm, which is a turning of the tables for us because we spent the past 4 years with me in the boy position on the S side of the slash. And seemingly suddenly, I look up to find myself on the D position and the daddy role to this enchanting being. I think I always knew we had the potential to try a reversal at some juncture. I just didn't think that daddyhood was going to be in play as an option. But now that I'm here, I'm pretty fucking thrilled about it. Having spent years as a girl or boy to some incredibly nurturing and beautiful daddy types over the years, this relationality is deeply, deeply rooted in my leather journey. I accepted my first collaring into a daddy girl dynamic coming up on 20 years ago now. And we are still in deep relationship to this day. Over the years, I've spent countless hours poring over articles, attending classes, being in community with and sharing late night chats with other leather boys and girls. I have deeply valued and learned so much from the ethos and principles crafted together within those dynamics and connections. I'm excited to bring them into this new dynamic. I thought for you watching this that it might be nice to openly share some of the outcomes of my process in becoming and transforming into new ways of being within a single dynamic relationship. I haven't taught it since before the pandemic shutdowns, but one of my absolute favorite classes to teach is all about transitioning relationships. And sometimes that's within power dynamics, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's in romantic or sexual dynamics, and sometimes it's not. That's a huge range, and I love teaching that class. So I thought that perhaps others will find support or interest in seeing a little bit of the how behind the ways that I do this work within my own life as it's literally happening right now. So step one is slowing myself down and carving out purposeful time to figure out what are my intentions and what are my desires from where we are right now, as well as what are my desires if I could dream wildly and I wasn't concerned with the current dynamic shape. And then I try to find some place within that. So for this example, we started one place, we know exactly where we want to go, and we're just figuring out how to do that. So I'm not going to be sharing my desires here. I'm going to keep that private for now, at least. But I will happily share the manifestations of my intentionality contemplations. I believe that intentions are the ritualized magic that allow me to generate such incredible connectivity with others. So I really try to open to that creation work full-heartedly. So as together, they and I are navigating this new dynamic format, I've been sitting with and mulling over my desired intentions, the rituals and connectivity that I want, as well as my proposed contributions. So I'm going to share for you here my offers of resource and reverence to the foundations on which I'm resolved to stand within this DS dynamic. The first is to offer stewardship within a collective weaving of care, to be a base of support within which they might rest and restore, to encourage and model sovereignty and strength in my vulnerability, to offer protection through the valuing of reciprocity and solidarity, to be unflinching in my love and determined by my senses, to cultivate nurturance that promotes cultural renewal and erotic sensibilities, to be mindful that my voice holds significance and to take care with my words, to offer relational exchange through fiercely compassionate witnessing, to prompt and hold ritualized space for reflection and self-actualization, to support their artistry of unbecoming, to honor our queer kinship as a responsibility of relationality, and to uphold an ethic of care that centers body, spirit, and mind interconnectivity and erotic wholeness. I love this term, erotic wholeness. I picked it up from, I believe it was Lee Driscoll, an Indigenous Two-Spirit person. Sorry, I'm forgetting their peoples. I want to offer some words on gendering as a dyke daddy who endeavors to exist outside of identitarian borders. I am bringing a somatic archive of my experiences lived as a girl, a woman, a lesbian, a boy, a dyke, and a man. My masculinity and femininity are spun yarn, desutured from my body's female and maleness. And it's from this embodied collection of knowing that I strive to nurture the interruption of absolutes, most especially gender expansiveness. As a dyke daddy in a feminized trans masculine body, I coexist through action and context. I am acutely aware that my body and ways of being model significant effective possibilities. And because of this, I stand in deep generosity to the magic of shape-shifting in accordance with need and context. I believe that bodily witnessing of our somatic archives is essential to the work of playing with bodies, tumbling over and through one another. I value the play and work of weaving these multiple truths within the web of our dynamic. It's important to me that we're diligent in acknowledging positionalities, centering equanimity, and subverting normative power structures from within. I am deeply touched by the trust, eroticism, and joy offered to me in this new form of our dynamic, and I look forward to meeting them in that veracity. Thank you all for witnessing this testimony, I suppose, of a new way of being as I am transitioning a primary relationship in my life. If you're interested, I offer intimacy coaching in the realm of relationship transitions, specifically for sure, having shifted and changed the nature of many of my relationships over the past 20 years of being in non-monogamous dynamics. And you can find out more about that and other offerings at transfluidity.com.